So on the example we're doing now, when you follow the steps, number 5, if you're kind of going along with it, any leftover electrons need to be placed off the central atom. Okay? So I didn't include that step. That would be step 5. And so what we're left with is this structure. This structure does not obey the octet rule. Now there are certain elements that can have multiple bonds. Okay? And I'm going to give you general rules for the ones that can have multiple bonds. Okay? If you look at group 17, they can only have single bonds. So they can only share a pair. If you look at group 16, they can have double bond. Plus, they can have single bonds too. I'm not going to put how many single bonds they can have, but I'm just saying they can have double bonds. If you look at group 15, they can have a group 14 and 15. They can have triple bonds. Okay? If you look at group 14, they can have 2 double bonds. So that one's kind of different. I'm going to give that one for you. But they can have 2 double bonds, 2 sets of double bonds. Okay? Alright, so let's go back to our original structure and try to figure out where nitrogen can pick up an extra pair of bonds. So where can nitrogen pick up an extra pair of bonds?
Sulfur.
Okay, because sulfur's in group 16, it can have a double bond. Nitrogen's in group 15, it can have a triple bond, but it can also have a double bond. Okay, so if we're going back here and look at group 15, they can have triple bonds. They could also have a double bond. Okay? So what we do is we pick out, doesn't matter which one we pick out that's unshared, and we go ahead and share it. So now if you look at any of them, everything has 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. We have N in the middle, bond H, double bond S, with an extra pair that I'm going to go ahead and show off the central atom. Okay, let me give you another one that would be a multiple bond. Okay? Do that one. CBRP. CBRP. Alright, so we have 4 and 7 is 11 and 5 is 16 electrons. Carbon, least number in the middle. Pairing up our central atom with branched atom. That takes away 4 electrons, so we're left with 12 electrons. We show the unshared pairs around the branched atoms. And that we have 0 electrons left over. Carbon has 4 electrons around it. Okay? So, which one's going to share extra? Can bromine share? No. Phosphorus, it can share how many extra pairs? 3 total, which means 2 extra pairs. So what we'll do is we'll erase a couple of those pairs so that we can put them off the middle. So carbon now has 8 around it, phosphorus does 2, and so to make it a little cleaner, we'll show a triple bond between phosphorus and carbon, and a single bond between carbon and bromine.
Okay, so carbon can only do a double bond though, right?
Yeah,
So does it not
and
matter with-
I guess, you know, when we go back to that, you know, I left out maybe some things, but when you look at it, group 14 can form 2 double bond sets. You can also form
Oh, it's-
1 triple bond and a single.
I was looking at, I thought it was here 15%.
Group
Or,
14.
No, 15. Yeah.
Carbon. Okay? That's where we'll stop today. And then tomorrow we'll use the same setup, steps 1 through 5. And then there are some that disobey the octet rule, and that's fine. We need to do those. Okay?